It's the 18th of May, Thursday. And what a difference a week makes. When
it's going to be good this week.
So they say. Wait till next week.
Wait till next
We're
week.
talking about the debt ceiling, of course. We got a lot of calls last week from people who were a little bit disturbed about the direction that the talks were going, or non-direction that the talks were going. And then I think we said to just about everybody who called is that this is just par for the course. They're gonna wrangle up until the 11th hour and then come up with a deal and kick it down the road for another period of time where we have to go through this same process yet again.
I had the most interesting conversation with some astute clients. All our clients are astute. These were having to do with the debt ceiling yesterday. And so we got to talking about it. They asked the question about it. So I turned to the wife that was there and I said, what are you going to do about this? What's your thoughts? She says, I'm not going to do anything. Yeah, I know it's going to be noise. I know it's going to be a distraction. I know where we are in terms of our investing. We're just going to let it happen, and we feel confident where we are. And I applauded and said, Yahoo, that's what you ought to do. Like you said this morning on the show, you've just turned off all national
6 weeks. I've turned it off.
News.
So
and so
I'm a recovering newsaholic.
Yeah. So that's what's going to happen. The interesting, as a side note or a different note, the interesting to me this week is the discussion of recession, non-recession. Is a recession coming? Is a non-recession not coming? I read an article written by someone with Motley Fools that said, based on the yield curve of the 3 months and the 10 years, it's an absolute certainty the recession is going to occur.
And it's so funny that Wall Street is so much more optimistic than the bond market. Wall Street says it's a 50-50 proposition that we'll have a recession. Bond market is saying it's greater than 70%. I would tell you we're already in a recession. We've said that since last year because of the inversions of the yields. And that is invariably always correct. So we are in a recession. They're going to admit we're in a recession at some point this summer, most likely, and then we can get on with our business.
And the business then would be, we have at that point in time in the majority of y'all's accounts, we have money that is maturing in treasuries. As of this morning, if that money was maturing, we could go back into it and get a 5-spot or even a little stronger in a 3-month treasury. You could get close to that on a 1-year note, a little bit shy of that, but it's not far shy of that. So we're going to get to the summer months. We're going to see what's going on in the market. We're going to let these distractions occur. As Gibb said so correctly here 2 months ago, we've pressed the pause button. Couple more weeks of being paused, and then we're going to look at it and we're going to begin to see which direction we want to go. We aren't going to be in a hurry. We know what we want to do, and we know what we want to buy, and we know where we want to go. So let's just take a deep breath. And like my client and great friend said, I'm not going to worry about it. So you don't worry about it. Let us do that.
Because it is your money.
And your money matters.